Apple's M1 MacBook Pro versus M2 MacBook Pro are essentially like two kung fu masters. They are both masters, but with different styles. What results in the difference in these styles is the M chips they work with. Here is the M2 chip versus M1 Pro chip breakdown performance you really should know about. CPU and GPU cores. One of the major areas of focus for these two chips with regard to their performance is their CPU and GPU cores. The M2 is built with Avalanche and Blizzard cores from the more advanced A15 Bionic chip, whereas the M1 Pro comes in with the A14 Bionic chips, Firestorm and Ice Storm cores. This is one of the few areas where the M2 gains some superiority over the M1 Pro, especially due to the incorporation of the A15 Bionic chip. This is because the A15 presents the M2 chip with even more advantages, which I will touch on as we go along, so do make a mental note of it. Despite this, the M1 Pro immediately sits the M2 back down with 8 high-performance and 2 energy-efficient cores, against the M2's 4 high-performance cores plus 4 energy-efficient cores. This means the M1 Pro's total of a 10-core CPU grants faster communication than the M2's 8-core CPU. Again, the M1 Pro's strength of being equipped with 16 GPU cores, which is 8 additional GPU cores more than the M2, ensures that users enjoy more graphics performance. And thus, overall, the M1 Pro presents as being about 40% faster than the M2. Let's see if the M2's performance in a further M2 MacBook Pro review will beat the M1 Pro in other areas as we go along. Memory and bandwidth. When it comes to memory, it is a bit of a tricky matter because it can be a little hard to decide. The M2 presents multiple options, whereas the M1 Pro presents fewer options but the highest memory. Let me show you what I mean. The M2 comes with 3 memory sizes. It starts at 8 GB, goes on to 16 GB, and ends at 24 GB. The M1 Pro, on the other hand, presents only 2 options starting at 16 GB and ending at the highest memory of the 2 chips at 32 GB. To choose between them at this point will be like choosing between Iron Man and Batman, but we will keep that argument for later. You should also note that the M1 Pro takes over the unified memory bandwidth department with 204 gigabits per second, whereas the M2 delivers only 100 gigabits per second for an M2 MacBook Pro performance. Now we will share this invaluable information so that you know you made the right choice by clicking on this video and sticking with our channel. Did you know that it is impossible to upgrade your memory after purchase, since Apple uses a common unified memory architecture? Thus, it is important you really consider how much memory you need to work with before you close in on that purchase, so you start to get a hint of the segregation of user targets from here. But don't worry, I will shed more light on who these 2 powerful chips are most suitable for before we end this video, so mark this one down too. Now, because you care about making careful decisions on your purchase and updating yourself on the latest trends on your favorite devices, we've committed to this channel to achieve exactly that. Subscribe now for exclusive access to content that matters to you. Performance. About that mental note I asked you to make earlier about the M2's A15 Bionic chip advantage. You can take it down now because this is where we address it. Apart from the awesome CPU cores featured on this chip, you should know that the M2 chip also uses a 5nm technology build, using the 2nd generation of the said technology. Moreover, the A15 Bionic chip is the one Apple has used to power the iPhone 13 series. As indicated earlier, the M2 MacBook Pro performance arena is where the M2 chip shines the brightest and sets itself out as unique, especially in single-core performance. The 4 new high-performance cores in the M2 give it an incredible clock speed of 3.49 GHz. And guess what? This is even faster than the 20-core M1 Ultra. However, the M1 Pro is still a master in multi-core processing, placing the M2 behind it by 6% in speed in that area. Even though we have one more area to cover, how do you think the M2 is doing so far? Press the like button if you think the M2 is still a formidable chip and the dislike button if you think it doesn't stand a chance against Apple's array of chip lineup. Media engine. The types of media engine used in both chips are one of the few parameters where the line is clearer as to who gets to use these chips and benefits the most from them. If you use AI applications, you might want to consider the M2 MacBook Pro performance because this is one of its strongest areas. The M2 uses a neural engine, which makes it 40% faster. Moreover, the media engine, which includes a ProRes video engine, enables support for multiple streams of both 4K and 8K, and also supports 8K H264 and HEVC videos. The M1 Pro is also equipped with equally powerful video encoding engines, which feature improvements to the ISP and the various Apple Silicon technologies embedded in the chip. But at the end of the day, the M1 Pro presents the better option if you are a professional with a large load of work, especially on video editing and graphic-intensive tasks. The M2, on the other hand, helps more with, as Macrumors.com puts it, delivering impressive performance for day-to-day tasks and excellent efficiency to keep temperatures down and prolong battery life. So there you have it. If you thought this was challenging, you might want to check out this video we made on the M2 MacBook Pro versus M1 MacBook Pro comparison to find out what Apple has done to set the varying tone between the two. It just might alter your perspective on your purchasing choices. Until then, thanks for watching and take care.